Did you ultimately go to Alameda that evening with Alec, Buster, and his girlfriend, Brooklyn?
We did.
Do you remember what Alec was wearing when he went to Alameda?
Not precise. I mean, I can't. He was wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I can't tell you detail.
What's up, guys? True Crime King back again. This time we're gonna be taking a look at a new Alex video, Murdaugh trial video. Listen to this. So Alex Murdaugh's brother tried cleaning up his nephew's blood, his brain, and his skull, along with other things that we'll hear. This is a crazy one, guys. So strap in, get yourself a beer or some wine, or don't, and here we go.
But it was shorts and a t-shirt, you know, like relaxed shorts.
Do you know whether he had had a shower or not?
It appeared he had. I mean, his hair was not. I didn't see him in the shower, but I can tell you, I think he had a shower.
I understand. So then let's move forward to the morning of the June 8th. I guess, did you get any sleep the night of June the 7th?
Very little. I don't know that I fell asleep. I've certainly laid in the bed. It just, as you can imagine, just the thoughts and things. I don't know if I slept.
I mean, good. You know, I hope you don't sleep for a long time, right? You should have called the police. You don't try and clean up the blood and brains of your nephew, right? And I mean, Alex's wife was right there next to him too, shot and killed, right? So you know he saw that. He should have. Why didn't he just call the cops immediately? Why would you try and clean that up and hide it? Then you can be charged. I'm surprised he's not charged with that. You know, trying to get rid of evidence, right?
When I got up and started moving the next day, I certainly didn't feel like I'd slept.
What did you do the next day when you got up?
You talking about precisely or generally?
Just generally.
Unless they're talking about afterwards, and you know, after every. But you would think that they're rich, they would hire like a professional company. I don't know. We'll see.
Got up and Alec was up. I don't think Buster and Buster were. I told Alec that I was going over to Greenfield. My farm that I told you all about is 2 or 3 miles away, so it's very close. And I have all, plenty of clothes over there. So I told him I was going over there to shower and put on fresh clothes, and that I would meet him at Moselle.
And did you go to Moselle?
I did, after I left Greenfield. Yes, sir.
And do you remember who was there when you got to Moselle?
I was the first one there.
And what'd you do?
I just went to stay there until I knew Buster, Brooklyn, and Alec were coming. I suspected that other family members and partners, I knew others were coming, so I just kind of sat there just in disbelief still. It's just, moments of just...
Was the door to the house unlocked? Do you remember?
That's a good question. I thought about that. I don't remember. It either was unlocked or I had the code, because there's a keypad on a side door, but I can't tell you which door I went in. I don't know.
You would think you would know, which door you went in. I mean, if I thought about, especially a significant event like this, I can remember, like the door I went in. You know what I mean? Try it yourself, try and remember going to someone's house. Can you remember what door you went in? Hit the like button if you can.
Did you eventually go down to the kennels?
I did. You know, once everyone got there, there was a fair amount of activity in the house with family and law partners, Alec's law partner.
This really has got to, this has got to suck for Alex Murdaugh, right? I mean, he's stuck in jail, and all his friends, ex-friends, and family are coming, and they're testifying. I mean, this guy had a huge fall from grace. I mean, he was a couple of years ago. He was untouchable, and Hampton City, South Carolina. He was. I mean, his family had owned the top law firm in the country, right? For over 100 years. I mean, not in the country, in South Carolina, for over 100 years. And now, just one generation, and he destroyed their whole name. All they're going to be remembered for now is Alex Murdaugh and the murders he committed and everything else he did, stealing from the law firm. If he's convicted, right? Well, either way, I mean, now it's so big, right? They're going to talk about it either way now.
Partners, Randy's law partners. You know, I just felt like I needed to go down. I needed to see for myself what had gone on and just kind of take it in. I mean, just maybe for some type of understanding.
How long did you stay down there at the kennels?
Well, I don't know. But I will say this: before I went, I was unsure whether I was allowed to go because I knew it was a crime scene.
Yeah. Anybody else that didn't think, he thought he was above the law still at the time. Anybody else would never have gone there, right? Or they wouldn't have been allowed to,
And so I reached out to a friend of mine in law enforcement.
Because they were seen, taking guns from the property without the police there. And I'm sure at least 2 of the guns were the murder weapons, right? Because they haven't been found yet, right? He was caught, or they were caught taking at least 8 guns out of the house without any law enforcement officials there. Isn't that crazy? Hit the like button if you think it's crazy.
Enforcement, and said, "Listen, I don't know who's handling the crime scene. I don't know whatever." He said, "Well, I'll find out and make sure that it's clear for you to go." And he said, "Don't go until I tell you." And he called me back a few minutes later and said he had spoken to, I believe it was Captain Ryan Neal, and had given the okay that everything was released and it was okay to go there.
See, they have inside connections with the police. That they have their personal numbers,
And was it cleaned up?
No, Jim, it was not cleaned up.
Were there skull fragments?
Yeah, so excuse me, this is going to be really difficult. So I could easily see where Maggie had been. I saw the night before where the sheets were, and somebody had told me that who was who, and so I could see where Maggie had been, and it was grass, and they had covered it up with dirt, so there really was nothing to see where Maggie was. I walked over to the feed room, and y'all have heard the descriptions. Y'all saw it. I've never seen pictures, and I've told them before coming to this court that I was not going to see pictures. But y'all can imagine what I experienced. It had not been cleaned up. I saw blood. I saw brains. I saw pieces of skull.
Feel sorry for the man, right? I mean, and allegedly his brother did this. I mean, whoever did it has put this man through trauma for the rest of his life. He's never gonna forget that, you know? Along with everybody that had to see that, you know? The, the police, the crime scene people, the paramedics and all that, right?
And when I say brains, it could just be tissue. I don't know what I was seeing. It was terrible. And for some reason, I thought it was something that I needed to do for Paul to clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell he really loved Paul, you know.
Felt like it was the right thing to do. I felt like I owed him, and I started cleaning. And I can promise you, no mother or father or aunt or uncle should ever have to see and do what I did that day.
I agree.
I don't know. I'm not blaming anybody, but it's just I was just overwhelmed. I did everything I could, and I would have moments where I would stop crying for a moment, and just just in disbelief. At one point, I called my brother Randy, and told him what I was doing, trying to describe what I was doing, and he immediately told me to stop doing it. It was not good for me. It was not healthy for me to be there. And I couldn't stop. I had to do it for Paul. That's just what I had to do.
You know, now that I'm listening to his reasons why, and I can see his reaction, you know, I believe he was doing it, you know, just for the love that he had for Paul. I don't think there was any ill intentions there now that I thought in the beginning of this video. Let me know what you guys think, though. That's the part I wanted to show you guys. This goes on forever, but yeah, let me know what you guys thought about it. If you liked it, hit the like button. And until next time, True Crime King, out.